David Karnes has been watching Little Rock, Arkansas. We've got a little bit of a jarred camera shot there, but man, they have had some serious damage there.
Big time. This is just north of Little Rock, David, where a quite destructive tornado touched down. You just saw some of the video. Some of the posts that I was reading said that they are reporting tractor trailers that were picked up and thrown. Lots of debris. This is the actual tornado. It's posted by our friend Todd Jacobian, used to work here, now works in Little Rock, and that is the actual tornado working its way through, again, north of Little Rock. The same system is moving toward Memphis, and within the next 1 to 2 hours, it's going to be moving through West Tennessee. Taking a look at our Lynx 1, you can see the tornado warning still in effect just to the west of Memphis. Tornado warnings there and tornado warnings down around Pine Bluff. So the entire state of Arkansas inundated with tornado warnings. We're going to see a lot of that energy working its way up through Pine Bluff, Memphis, Jackson as this continues to move eastward. Ultimately, the system will move into the Tennessee Valley, but not with the same energy and the same potency that you see now. Right now, we do have some nice little showers, but that's it. Nothing major along 75 Cleveland to Athens working their way eastward. We're not going to see the same kind of widespread rainfall that we saw earlier today when some of you saw a quarter up to a third of an inch of rain, but we will see very heavy rain with those storms moving through overnight. Big bullseye where we're seeing some of that severe weather right now as we move into the Tennessee Valley. Notice the numbers get smaller, but again, the biggest widespread risk will be damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour. But the further west you go, a few isolated tornadoes for our western counties is a possibility. We'll touch on that more here in just a second. We start with our tornado risk. Memphis, where we're getting the tornadoes right now, it's a 30% risk. Again, we'll see things weakening. The risk is still there, but see we go from a 30% risk to a 10% risk over the Tennessee Valley, the Cumberland Plateau, a 5% risk. Moving up into the Blue Ridge, it is a 2% risk. So the general way to look at that is the further west you go, the higher your risk is of an isolated tornado or two. Damaging wind risk, much more widespread, much higher numbers, 15%. I would expect some areas to receive some wind damage through the overnight tonight. Be prepared for power outages. I'm certainly certain that we'll have some of those as well. Right now we're in the upper 60s and low 70s, 72 in Chattanooga. It's talking about that storm potential, and potential energy is something that we look at with storms, which is one of the determining factors on how strong those thunderstorms can get. Notice all of the potential energy associated and available for this system to draw into and to tap into to produce things like tornadoes. Now, look what happens as we move through time. We lose a lot of that potential energy, which means the tornado risk not as high. It's there, but it's not nearly as high as it is for our friends in Little Rock and in Memphis. Here's the current radar and satellite. There's the front sliding eastward. It's along that boundary where we have the storms moving through, and here we go. This is about 2 a.m. The strongest storm still to the west, just moving onto the Cumberland Plateau. We'll have some scattered showers, maybe a rumble here and there, and then 3 o'clock moving directly over the Cumberland Plateau, 4 a.m. moving through the Tennessee Valley, 5 a.m. east of Chattanooga, but still northwest Georgia, Dalton, Blue Ridge, Murphy getting the strongest storms. Still 6 a.m. Calhoun, Ellijay, Blue Ridge, Murphy. 7 a.m. we start to see it moving out. By 8 a.m. everything is over, and by Saturday afternoon it's going to be sunny, warm in the mid to upper 70s, but also windy. Wind advisories in effect all day tomorrow. So even with the passage of these storms, we're going to see wind speeds sustained at 15 to 20 miles per hour, wind gusts as high as 40 miles per hour in the afternoon. So still going to have some issues with the wind through the day tomorrow. Sunday, no problem at all. Sunshine and picture perfect all day on Sunday. It'll be a little bit cooler. We'll show you that in just a second. So cloudy this evening, a few spotty showers continuing to pop up here and there, and then the strong storms, we'll say between 2 a.m. and 8 a.m. Low 60s overnight tonight. Then tomorrow, as we clear out, the storms will end before 8 a.m., but it is going to be windy and warm in the afternoon. Mid to upper 70s, we'll say, with a high of 77 in Chattanooga. Our Storm Alert 7-day forecast showing that cooler air moving in on Sunday. 42 in the morning, jacket weather, and then 71 and mostly sunny in the afternoon. The winds will be light and it will be a flawless day. And then we move into next week, 70 Monday, but look at that. Low 80s Tuesday and Wednesday, yes, and we'll have maybe a few spotty showers, maybe even a rumble of thunder or two on Wednesday. Rain and storms a little more likely on Thursday with the passage of the front, and we might see a few lingering showers into Friday morning. But be weather aware overnight tonight.